day of your life. I'm bringing nunchucks. Sometimes you just gotta put aside your differences and work through problems with your homie, so y'all can keep to being homies. You feel me, homie?
supposed to be.
You'll figure that out. I'm not worried about you.
Hello! We made it back! We made it back, guys. Hi, Cookie. Willamini, Uki, Master Louie. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Feeling much better than yesterday. Hi, Jen. Good to see you as well. We did work today. Yeah, we got rocked. We had a day. We worked like 9 hours today. But we still have to eat dinner. So for me to not stream, it doesn't make sense. And plus tonight's dinner is pretty easy. So I think I'll be able to get it done pretty quick and then kind of keep focusing on some other stuff like the mountain of laundry that we have to fold from the week. And I really want to get my back stretched out because Sam and I were like crawling around doing baseboards today. So my back's a little sore. But other than that, way better than yesterday. I just had like something going on in my head. And then, so Sam ended up getting something from like the desert winds that were blowing in California for the first time. So that's why he got like a little bit of congestion. Just one sec, guys. None other than the Mushroom Man. He's coming over, guys. So let's check out this tray. Quick little chicken pasta going on today. Thought we would use up some of these awesome white chanterelles that we got from Zach from his property. Still not loving these lights. Never turning this one on again. Okay. That's so much better. You just lose like all of the structure when it's too bright. So beautiful, beautiful white chanterelles. I looked online yesterday after stream and people are charging, around like $15 a pound for them. So not like a crazy huge price. I think they're way more expensive in the grocery store. And then I also had some that we kind of just peeled apart when we were processing yesterday. But I wanted to show you guys like how big they can actually get. Like I don't have very small hands. So that's a pretty big mushroom. Because a lot of people have been finding them way, way smaller. I think we've hit the jackpot. Especially like this one. Like look at that. It's almost the size of my face. Pretty amazing. So that's that. I pulled out a lemon because I feel like whenever you make a pasta with like butter or garlic or cheese, I always feel like it needs just like a little hint of acidity or lemon. So that's always a good thing to keep on hand when you're finishing up your sauce. These 2 tomatoes we've had since like before we left and they're pretty soft. So those will be going in the pasta as well. Make it kind of saucy and like sweet and sour. Little bit of garlic. This is from Sam's mom. I don't know if that'll focus at all. It's like a little head of purple garlic though that she sent us. And then a mountain of kale from the garden. Okay, and then the chicken. So rigatoni pasta going down today. This is straight up semolina pasta. So durum wheat semolina. It's actually like, if you're getting dry pasta, make sure it's this. You'll just get a better feel in your mouth. Hi, Dust. Good to see you, man. What are you doing? Oh, okay. Because your arm was like right in the screen. I don't know what he's doing. Sam's playing.
You said you don't want it up there anymore, so get rid of it.
Yeah, don't want it up there. Rock with the 18-month sub.
Annie yesterday with the 18 months.
Yeah, we just missed Annie's resub yesterday. Like, as soon as we signed off, he resubbed for 18 months as well. Amazing, you guys. Seriously, amazing. Can't wait to see what the future holds for this stream. I love this community. It's so awesome.
That takes a lot of there.
Okay, and let's not forget the cheese. So Asiago today. Oh, I thought so, Rook. You just got tired of it telling you to share it yet.
We got lobsters.
What? You're still rolling out lobster shrooms?
Yeah, I'm brutal.
Just brutal, hey?
Yeah, pretty much. I found my buddy bought a couple mushrooms off me. I'm like, oh, fuck it. I saw those. I forgot to pick them because he's not getting these ones. So I was hoping you'd show me how to cut them quickly because I got no clue.
Yeah, come over.
You're gonna learn how to cook mushrooms today.
Yeah, pretty much. I only picked the good ones, I'm pretty sure.
No,
I
that
cut the
is,
box and made sure.
that's pristine, dude.
Okay, good. I don't know why I grabbed these two, but they were right in front of me. I couldn't not do it.
No, exactly.
This one I think was a little bit worse. The top of them anyway. I don't know what really happened to him, but he kind of like
It's still pretty good.
He kind of like grew out the side all weird, and I was like,
Because it's really nice and firm, right?
that's what I thought. 'Cause that's what I was
Those
checking
are-
for, was worms and firmness, and I was like,
That is perfect.
Worms and
Good.
firmness.
Because remember, I told you, like, the brightest orange is perfect.
Yeah,
and as
right.
soon as it kind of goes more red,
that's
because
what I
you
thought,
can
and
see
then-
how this one's a little bit darker than
Starting
those,
to-
and it's just starting to kind of
Yeah.
mold, right?
That's what I was looking for. There's a couple there that were definitely like fairly red, and I'm like,
Yeah,
maybe not.
yeah,
I was like,
it's not really worth it.
no,
to
and I
be
didn't-
honest.
I didn't need a whole bunch more, so I was like, I'll probably just let those all die and grow again.
Yeah, exactly. I
I've
mean,
done a
this
couple.
this season's pretty much done, I think, for these. But you're lucky
I
that
would
you
think
found
so, which
those.
is weird because honestly, I see quite a few that might be starting to sprout up again.
Okay,
oddly
well
enough,
maybe
so-
we'll luck out.
Yeah.
We might have a different season than Up Island too, right? Everyone's Up
Yeah.
Island already been done.
Yeah,
Maybe a different climate
different
down there.
elevation and such.
Yeah, so I was just like, I'll just grab them like 3, that way you can try them anyway, and then
So this is for your buddy.
yeah, he bought a pound of the chanterelles.
Okay.
And then I just literally I was down there checking, and I'm like,
Okay.
those look nice. So
So he doesn't really know how to cook them then.
I would think he knows how to cook them. He's just never had lobster mushrooms.
Okay. So
It's more. For
I'll
me and
leave
Jess about-
these
Yeah.
whole just because they're so beautiful.
Okay.
And then like it depends on what you're making it. So what are you thinking of like cooking it with? Like would you eat it with meat probably, or would you make
That
like
or
a
even
pasta?
in pasta as well. It's probably
Probably
either gonna be in a
easiest
pasta,
pasta.
or it's gonna be with like steak and I don't know, fish or a couple
Yeah,
of things
yeah.
like that.
So probably a little bit smaller then in
Okay.
size. Just so that you can kind of distribute the mushroom around and maybe get like a little bit in each bite, right?
Yeah, fair.
So, I don't know, anything kind of like that. It doesn't have to be like perfect squares, but you do
Yeah,
want
okay.
it to be very consistent in
Somewhat equal.
size.
Yeah.
Because that way you won't get like pieces that go mush
So
because
how'd
they're
you-
too
How
small.
would you start this one? Would you just like lop it off close to
Exactly.
there, dice that into rounds, and then dice it this way?
Exactly. That's really all you have to do. It's super,
Okay.
super easy.
That's not that bad.
And then for the puffies, all I usually do, like this size is pretty good. So
Yeah.
I would usually just cut that right in
Split
half.
them in half.
And then the small ones, you can just leave them whole.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah,
Damn.
totally.
That's not bad.
Yeah. But nice find, man.
Yeah, pretty much. I was just walking by and something orange caught my eye, and I'm like, what? is all
What's
that?
this?
Damn it.
Hi, Sammy.
I love those. Walk away, deal with later.
Yeah. Not even doing it right now.
I did that a few times at work today.
Throw that thing right over the edge.
Yep.
Do not. This guy.
I feel that.
I'm just gonna grab you a bag for those.
I have a bag.
No, for the lobbies.
Oh, thank you so much.
This is your friend's bag.
Oh, sweet. Oh,
Crash.
not bad.
And then your other bag is right there.
Yeah, okay. Oh, sweet.
Yeah, the little front door key holder that we have just fell off the wall. Ooh. Jen, did you get the stream to work
If
again?
you want some of those to go home with to eat tonight with the lobsters, I would suggest just making those. Some of the cut up ones already.
Yeah, do it, man. Do it.
Oh, Jesse, see what she's doing because we were gonna thaw a bag of them.
Oh, don't even. Don't do it. Eat it fresh if you can.
Yeah, I was thinking about, I was
Push.
thinking about getting those lobsters.
Push.
So we'll process these tonight.
1 year. Thank you so much, man.
Processing them here.
My fellow
That was your
Canadian.
other chanterelles that you brought.
Oh, shit.
You've seen recipes for lobster rolls with those? Oh, that's interesting.
And then here's the chanterelles.
Like in the little
That's
bun?
Oh, man.
But you can smell them now.
And yes, we did dehydrate them 24 hours. So that's how much
They shrunk.
liquid they lose.
Yeah.
Like moisture is actually in them. Isn't that nuts?
That's insane.
And so like quite a bit of moisture does come out of them when you cook them. So like say you want to like kind of saute it and get it a little bit browned, because
Got
that's
it.
how you get the best flavor is like
Okay.
when it starts to brown. So, but at first when you put it in the pan with the butter, yeah, it'll like sizzle a little bit. And then some of the liquid is going to start to come out in the pan. But don't worry about it. Just like
Yeah.
crank your heat up and it
Crank the
will
heat up.
cook back in. And like when that liquid reduces, right? Because that's
Yeah.
what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Then you get even more flavor and then your mushrooms will start to brown and it's insane.
Okay.
It's so good. Like we cooked a couple up last night just to try them. We made like a pizza
Oh, really? Not bad.
and they almost look like chicken when you cook it like this.
That's
It looked
nuts.
like shredded chicken. I was like, what?
Did I take a photo with your phone or?
Yeah, yeah.
How did you peel these? Did you just start at the end and just peel them back?
Yeah, you just start up top at the gills. Like, check this out, guys.
Did that and then
Oh, it almost like naturally breaks apart.
Does that not
straight out like cheese.
look like chicken almost?
Tight. Easy money. Okay.
So good. So something like that is what you should end up with. Yeah,
Yeah, they were.
freaking unreal.
So I've never seen white chanterelles in the store or ever bought them.
Really?
Polish, you got serious chicken stock going on? 4 carcasses, nice. That's the best way to do it. Don't do like one at a time. Save them up and then do a big batch. Chick rooms. Teriyaki chicken, totally.
That's like, did they eat them? I'm like, well, yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, or maybe they're doing the reverse, like they're waiting for me to die and then they're not gonna eat them
Nope.
first. I was like, I don't know.
No, I know I tried it right away.
We have to try it. I mean, that way if we die, you know not to eat them.
Yeah. How do you cook it? I don't know.
Where did Sam and Kate go?
Yeah.
Can't get a hold of them.
Sam just never comes back.
Okay, guys, let's butcher this chicken up. It's still a little bit frozen, so I thought we would break it up into the legs and the breast and the wings, and we're gonna pan fry it.
Oh yeah, I'll be on the grill.
This is Zach, the mushroom man, fisher man, and hunting man.
I'll keep some as well. So
Yeah, do it.
I'm sure you'll be seeing him around pretty often.
Yep.
Yeah.
Big time. Absolutely.
Ooh, actually, okay, so we will get into the mushrooms once I cut up this chicken, but this book is actually has a really awesome article on the white chanterelles. So So I'm just gonna mark the page. This is the book that we're gonna read out of. And I believe this author is actually from the Pacific Northwest, so around this area. They say thanks for the awesome mushrooms.
The things that you brought us out of the forest so far, I've never seen in a restaurant.
Holy.
Yeah,
In my 17 years of cooking,
yeah.
Insane.
I don't buy white chanterelles because they're $35 to $40 a pound. I'm not gonna buy them because
Yeah,
I wouldn't be able to use
No.
them. Like
Yeah.
some of the stuff. that you
Yeah,
find
the
in forest,
Northwest.
I've never seen before, and I thought it was magic.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Chanterelles are good. I
This
figured
is
I'd
the
cook them
funniest
same
looking
way as
chicken
the
ever,
other
by the
ones.
way. Like,
Yeah.
what?
They are
What
way
is
more
this?
delicate in flavor.
Really? Not even bad. Yeah, I would think.
Yeah,
I'll probably
grab a couple handfuls of the chopped one already for yourself. For dinner.
Yeah, well, dude, that'd be a good idea.
The legs are like
I would
standing.
think
Yeah.
this would be pretty
Don't
reassuring,
laugh at
though.
my
Now,
chicken,
like, I got
guys.
Jess to buy a calendar, so I can start marking
I'm gonna
out
keep this plate with the
roughly
towel
all
on
the
it.
same dates that I picked them before. Yo, good man. That's what I'm talking about.
And the photos
Oh.
with the dates.
Yeah, dude, organic chicken is the way to go.
Oh,
Even
yeah,
if it's a
start
little
talking
bit more expensive, like, you know, it's just
And we'll
better
go
for you.
next
And it
year,
is juicier.
only of us will
So I'm gonna start with the legs,
getting better.
right through these crevices. We're gonna cut down there,
I would
and we're
think
gonna
so.
separate it
We get
from the
worse, there's
carcass.
something wrong.
Yeah.
It is a
there's
little bit
something
more
wrong.
difficult to butcher when it is slightly frozen, so just be careful, guys. If you end up in this situation like myself, I mean, I pulled this out of the freezer
If you ever need one.
yesterday morning and put it in the fridge, and it's still not thawed.
He has a lobs too.
Yeah, those I think I'm giving to my buddy Ryan Chanterelles though. Decent.
Start loosening that up a bit.
Not even bad, dude.
If he's selling
You've only managed to spatchcock successfully. I really like that method. It's so simple.
Oh, yeah, just so you cook them as is.
So, Paul, do you use a knife when you do that,
the exact same thing as
or
what
do you
we
use like kitchen shears?
the butter, the 1%
Oh
salt,
yeah, yeah.
and then we're able to just pull them out of the sous vide once we're done. Freeze
Yeah,
them
that's
again.
been pan.
Oh,
That works.
nice.
Yeah, Jess pulled it up. They
Really good flavor, I bet.
asked and I was like, like I'm going over the other day and I was like, oh, maybe I'll just grab some.
Yeah, so cook
We
those
have, like,
in the pan first.
All of the farm chickens here are massive.
After you're done
They're like
these
small
ones, lobsters in the
turkeys.
pan that are already hot, so you have the juice
And
for it.
Oh yeah.
it's just too much for us to use all at one time,
Then
Then use the juice. So
but
we're
they
not
are
storing
so good.
yeah.
I will try and source some at some point for us to use. Okay, there we go. Now we're going.
Line them up on like pretty high heat kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Not even bad.
Like those chanterelles took me 5-6 minutes to class. Like I got the pan hot as soon as the pan was like smoking, threw the mushrooms in. As soon as the mushrooms go in, they'll start browning, but they'll start releasing the juices. As soon as they release all their juices,
Just
crank
let it,
the heat
yeah,
higher,
keep going.
Okay.
and then the juices will start to soak back up or evaporate, and then you'll start getting the mushrooms crispy. It shouldn't take more than 6 minutes.
Okay, let's try and pop this out of the joint.
That's not bad.
Like
If you want,
3.5
you can watch this in,
pounds.
like,
Yeah.
30 minutes and you'll see it happen.
Honestly,
I
we
remember the
probably will.
chickens
That's
that we
what I was
got in
saying,
at
like,
work
if
from
you
the
had,
farm
like,
were
a
like,
box
She's doing it.
no joke, like 10
Bingo.
pounds.
We're making mushroom pasta.
Okay,
So
sweet. I don't know exactly what Jessica got planned, but I know she's cooking up the lobsters and probably some of the easy ones, so
do it.
beats shit out of me, but she was all concerned. How do I cook them? Are we gonna die? I'm like, I doubt it.
You guys will be fine.
Yeah.
We've eaten all of these things.
Yeah, that's what I figured too.
I like how we eat all the mushrooms before anyways.
Yeah.
We tested them, we ate them, don't worry, you're not gonna die.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure
I mean,
they would.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you guys would know. I was like, pretty sure they're fine.
Yeah, no, that's some of the best mushrooms I've ever seen in my life.
We got it off. Finally.
How much will you guys have left over?
Why, you want some?
If you have scraps, like whatever scraps you got.
Oh, because you want it for bait? Or
Yeah,
what?
I'm going down there like right now. I would take
Give
if
them
you
wings
want.
if you want.
I can give you the
Whatever you
wings.
don't, literally whatever you don't want. I don't need to take good meat, but if you're like throwing any carcasses out or you
Oh,
ever
yeah,
have scrap meat.
We usually just make stock and soup from it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Nothing leaves this kitchen other than bones and
Oh shit.
skins.
Oh, well, keep it then. Totally keep it then. Yeah.
Okay.
Freeze them in a bag
I
or
learned how to
whatever.
use everything.
Good call.
We learned how to use everything
There we go.
in the kitchen.
Yeah, surprisingly, chicken is like some of the best bait you can possibly buy.
It's so funny, hey?
Yeah.
But like we can give them wings. We never really eat them.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, eyes are good.
Yeah, people give me the wings.
Yeah,
Okay.
We're going down there for bait.
absolutely going down right now. So,
Crab traps?
the shrimp, I haven't checked.
Oh,
it,
okay.
But it's probably, yeah, a bunch of shrimp in there I should deal with. Whole whack of them probably. Be a long night, but that's okay.
If I can get these off. Guys, butchering a frozen chicken is not easy.
These are lobsters.
Yeah.
Still in. I would forget. Can't do that.
Guys, shrimp bait.
Man, smell that.
Mmm. Shrimp and bait.
Yes, the dehydrated ones, you grind them up, right? Powder.
Yes.
Yep.
Sweet.
Powder, rehydrated, or use it in stock.
When we make like a big soup, I'll let you know and we'll just give you some. Or you guys can come over and eat it. But we're hoping to do like 4 or 5 different mushrooms in the soup.
We have the lobsters. We'll have the
Hedgehogs?
not the hedgehogs, the puffballs.
Oh yeah.
Puffballs, chanterelles.
Three. Find two more.
Yeah, we'll have porcines eventually,
Oh yeah.
and probably lobster or cauliflower or lion's mane.
Yeah, I can find all those too.
Here you go.
Oh, not bad.
The wings
Hey.
for the
Just the
shrimp.
chicken breast
Yeah,
left.
thanks so much. Unreal bait. That's perfect size too, 'cause it fits down that stupid little hole that's in there.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I always gotta think of like when I got scraps and stuff, how to cut it up to fit all the different bait trays. Pain in the ass. That's for sure. That's perfect 'cause I didn't have any either. Like right now when I was heading down there. So I
Eric's
just bought a whole
Ferry.
bunch. I don't even know if it's thawed out.
Thank you for the follow.
So,
Hi,
it
Bune.
worked out really good.
Polish, your roommate was a journeyman butcher in Germany before he moved over this way. He bought half a pig and he came home from work one night. Oh, with it all cut up. Amazing. I really want to work on my butchery skills still, like whole animal. That's awesome though. From Germany? Like what? Heck yeah, Rook. You know what? I put in my order for the butcher shop today for a ham hock. Because I'm going to do some roasted ham hocks on Sunday for Oktoberfest, or at least attempt to. I thought we would get festive. I've never celebrated Oktoberfest, even being with Sammy. Maybe because we've always had to work. And this is like our first year that we don't have to work in a kitchen. Okay. So obviously this is gonna start to thaw way quicker now that we have it off of the bone and in all of the separate pieces. So that's a little hack as well. If you're like, oh my gosh, like my chicken is still totally frozen. Try and cut it up and get it off of the bone and it'll thaw way quicker. Because it's not really the best thing to leave the chicken out in your sink while you go to work to thaw. Like that is basically the worst thing you can do health-wise. Even though I know it's something that like we've all done before. There's a visitor. Yeah, Zach was here. He was getting mushrooms and asking how to cook them. I'm okay, thank you.
Anything else? You're happy?
I'm good, Sammy.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me like sniffling on the mic? Because if you can, then I'll try and like not do it as much. There we go. We got a view.
Anna Polish.
Yeah, Anna Polsh with the 1 year, Sammy. 1 year of the Polsh. Oh, he was a cook in the military. Super cool. Okay, so now you guys know what we're gonna do with this. We're gonna pack it away and freeze it for stock. So I guess I should actually trim up just whatever skin is kind of hanging off of this. You want it to be nice before we start pan frying it. So just make it nice and even with the rest of the chicken breast, as best as you can. And this was the hardest part of dinner today, guys. So everything after this should be very simple and quick. There we go. And so yeah, Zach is going to check the shrimp trap right now. And we are actually cooking some of the shrimp that he has caught tomorrow. So he caught a bunch when we were away at TwitchCon and saved it for us. So we get some fresh shrimp tomorrow. It's gonna be super good. Your neighbor used to leave frozen chicken out on her porch? I'm surprised nothing ate it. That is hilarious. Yeah, she's still alive. I think we also have a couple carcasses as well to use up now. See if I can get this in here without touching it with some skills. Maybe this bendable cutting board does come in handy. Get in the bag. Get in. Ha ha ha. You never know if you don't try, my friends. Okay, now we can set that aside. Yeah, Ziploc is contaminated now. Ruined. It's ruined. Okay, so here's our tray of goodness for the pasta. But first, remember I said we would go over the white chanterelles. So Deer Home mushroom book, From Foraging to Feasting. So they go through picking the mushrooms, and then there's also recipes in the back half of the book of how to use the mushrooms once you pick them. Yeah, burn it down, start over. So those are all the different types of chanterelles. This one up here is like the blue or the black chanterelle. That's one that we're still trying to find, but it's very, very rare. A couple of people though have found it around here already. So we have white chanterelle here. He took all of the whole ones, so I can't show you any of the big ones anymore. But it says this delicious chanterelle is a cousin. Oh, okay. This delicious chanterelle is a cousin of the yellow chanterelle. So they're cousins. Its color is pale white to cream when fresh. After picking, the mushrooms often discolor around the edges and the flesh appears to be slightly bruised with darker shades of orange, which you can tell these are so fresh because they haven't even really discolored at all. The stem of the white chanterelle is often much thicker than that of the common yellow varieties, which it totally is. Like, if you're looking for a very firm mushroom that has like a meaty texture, this is it. Like, you saw the photo that I showed you when we cooked it yesterday is it really resembled chicken. The flesh is tender and mild, and it's one of the best mushrooms for chowders and soups. So let it be known that I think a mushroom soup is coming up. One of these rainy days ahead of us. The white chanterelle is often found in great numbers, which, as you can see with how much Zach has brought over, I think he brought over around 15 pounds that he found in like a very small radius. Oh yeah. Thank you so much, Marksman. Welcome in, Elodie. Welcome, guys. Thank you for the gifted sub. Much love. Yeah, gift sub hype. We now have 157 onions. Yeah, let it be known, Cookie. Let it be known. So the flesh of these mushrooms can become saturated if there's too much moisture. And the mushrooms are sometimes attacked by fungus gnats, so like little black flies, and molds near the end of the season. But we are like right in the middle of the season, so we're good to go. The white chanterelle does not like cold temperatures and will rot quickly if frozen, so you don't want to keep them in any part of your fridge where it's really cold and stuff freezes. Look for white chanterelles at the edges of coniferous forests and in stands of salal berries and ferns. So the salal berry is a berry kind of native to this area, especially on Vancouver Island. And then the mushrooms also like to hide like under ferns right around the base, so you don't really find them. So you really do have to like look around for them. The way that Zach found them on his property is there's like a ton of pine needles and dirt and everything kind of mixed together that you walk on, like basically stuff that's just decomposed over the years. And then he noticed like all of these kind of little mounds in the dirt, but you couldn't see anything underneath the mound. It just looked like little mounds. He's like, what the heck? Like, what is under there? And so he like brushed it off, and it was just all of these chanterelles underneath. Crazy. So that is that. Okay, chicken has been butchered. We have our rigatoni pasta that we still have to boil. I think we should make our little prep list quickly, just so we don't lose track of things. I mean, I've been out of the kitchen for a couple days, so I want to keep rolling on this. You thought it was too acidic. Ah, yeah, you'd be surprised like what mushrooms can grow in. So chicken, we just need to season it, which we'll do right before we start cooking it. And we'll start it on the stovetop, and then I think we will finish cooking it in the oven. So it's like pan roasted. And that way we don't have to pay attention to it on the stovetop either. Yeah, you found a bunch of mushrooms in your yard. They are probably all poisonous. Just be careful. Like, kind of the usual one that you get in your yard is like a death cap, which will literally kill you. And like any animals as well, if you have animals that go outside. So rigatoni, we will boil. We have to prep the kale still, which we'll just chop that up and we'll be throwing that in with the pasta, basically right at the end because it doesn't need much cooking. The mushrooms, we will cook, I think, first. So the mushrooms will kind of make our sauce base for our pasta with the garlic. And then the tomato. And I think I just want to quickly run outside and grab a couple of the small eggplants, because I noticed that they didn't really grow too much when we were gone, so the growing season is kind of coming to an end. And I want to use them up before it freezes here, because it's already down to like +5 Celsius in the mornings. Vune, you didn't give a crap when you were younger. You saw a bunch of mushrooms, harvested them, made soup of it. and got so high. Oh man, I have never had that experience. I've never done magic mushrooms or anything like that. In dog, yeah, late stream indeed. We got home a little bit late, put in some extra time at work. But we're still here. It's good to be back. You were 14? That's an experience. Okay, I'll be back in like 30 seconds. It hasn't started raining yet, so this is a good time for me to go out. Ooh, actually it is starting to rain. She's misty. One. This one is huge. Ouch. And it poked me. Just picked the baby one. I think I might cook the other one tomorrow on stream as well. And then we have a couple more. The baby eggplant! Humpback, good night. Thank you for chilling with us for a little bit. You didn't miss any scandalous TwitchCon stories. We haven't even really touched base on it. We can talk about it if you guys want. I don't know, did we not? We probably didn't do very much TwitchCon stuff when we were with Graham and Amanda on that stream on Sunday. And to be honest, I'm a little bit sleepy right now and like a little bit body tired. But we do have some stuff to touch base on, and I think maybe Sunday could be a better day. So I can take more time and like actually focus on catching up with you guys. We have like a couple loot bags to put together for next month. So November, when we're doing charity streams. I want to do some giveaways again. Yeah, we got some stuff to touch base on. It's a quail eggplant, right? It's the cutest thing already. Drama and gossip. To be honest, like, Sam and I, we didn't spend like very much time with too many other streamers. We mostly spent our time with Graham and Amanda, which was amazing, by the way, guys. We can't wait to visit them at some point coming up. They're just a hop and a skip across the pond. But other than that, like we didn't party, we didn't really go out, like we just kind of chilled. Because we're not like huge partiers, you guys know that. Dells getting in heck. Okay, let's chop up our kale. So you can see how I kind of bunched all of the tops together. Because I don't really love to use the stem. It's still pretty chewy. Met a couple of awesome streamers at TwitchCon though, guys. That's for sure. We met a couple of Canadian streamers on the plane on our way home, so that's really awesome. A girl that streams classic WoW. Really cool person. If she's on tonight, we might go raid her. Rook, you never party either. Yeah, cheers, man. Well, that's kind of why we stayed outside of the city of San Diego, so we can have like a little bit more chill time, relaxing, because that was our vacation as well this year. So kind of had to keep it balanced between doing all of the things and doing none of the things. nose pines? What are you talking about? Kids these days. See you. I didn't even have to say anything. All I have to say is, what are you talking about? And Bune is like, they're talking about nothing, Kate. Too good. That's our super moderator. Okay, so Mushy's already cut up for us, which is awesome. Thanks to Sammy yesterday. And I think I want to keep them nice and chunky. What do you guys think? Or will that be too hard to eat?
They cooked down really nice yesterday. You didn't have to cut them up that much for the pizza.
That's true. I could always cut them up after.
Yeah.
It's true. You did warn them. You did warn them, Bune. So let's keep them chunky. Let's get a little bit of contrast in here. Okay, eggplant. Maybe we'll just do nice little rounds since it's so small. Now that's crunchy. Look at this little, it's got like a little design in it almost. Focus on the eggplant. Look at that. Cool. I've never seen that, but there's definitely no seeds in this. Go, go, go. Half of the eggplant's like running away. It's like, no, come back. It is cute, isn't it? Thank you. I'm glad other people think vegetables are cute too. Now these tomatoes, they're pretty soft, so I thought this would be perfect to kind of make a pasta sauce almost. So cut them in half, and then we just want to cut the top part off where the stem is. Rook is putting Pen to bed. That's so cute. Were you reading him bedtime stories? So cutting the tomato into thirds. Nice big pieces as well, because this is gonna cook down too, so we don't want to cut it too small. It's super juicy. Juicy. How you been, Con Carne? It's good to see you. I think that'll have to go in its own container, because we want to keep all those juices together. And then we still just got to pick some fresh basil at the end to throw into our pasta. He's getting too old to jump up 4 feet with you. Yeah. Aww. We're gonna need that soon for Posh too, I think. She needs doggy stairs. That's great to hear, Con Carne. Don't get as much time to view the Twitch. Yeah, you been busy with work or what? Okay, we're laughing, guys. We're so laughing. Last thing to do is the garlic. And maybe I'll cut the lemon in half, just in case we don't need to use all of it. And we can save some. That will be for seasoning our sauce. Okay, so now that we're near being done prepping everything, let's get our water on for boiling our pasta. Get that boiling. So I'm gonna fill it halfway with hot water, and then we're gonna put we're gonna put 3 tablespoons of salt into this. Make it taste like the sea. Really nice and salty, and then your pasta won't taste bland. Night, night, Rook. Hopefully see you tomorrow, man. Get a good sleep. Don't want to keep you up past your bedtime. Not too sure how strong these garlic cloves will be. Okay, we'll turn our pot onto high heat. 1, 2, 3. Salt. Cover that. And that way it'll boil faster as well. Okay, so 4 little cloves. Let's do 5. Because garlic and mushroom is just so good together. Same with onion too, if you have it. Then we'll smash it. And then I think we might just slice it. That way we'll get like a little bit more garlic in each bite. Having the pieces bigger than mincing it. Who else is cooking tonight? Or did you already cook? And if you are, what did you make? You know the garlic's good when it's so sticky. Liquid dinner. Protein shake with almond milk. That's so healthy, Dust. I feel you, man. I've done that before. Does milk not really, like, agree with you, or you just like the almond milk? Oh, your wife made tacos. Yum. You just like almond milk. Nice.
Hey, Rock.
Almond milk does taste good with protein shakes, though. You have a month. Yeah, drop a few pounds before BlizzCon. As long as you eat your veggies, Dust. That's the real key. Veggies are what help your body digest and get rid of all the crap that's been built up over time. I've never done oat milk. That's an interesting one. Any certain kind? I mean, whatever you like, really. I don't know how picky you are, but usually, like, green things are the best for you. pea milk. What? Oh, wow. Cashew milk. Like, that's gotta taste good. I've never had that before. I used to drink almond milk quite a bit, though. Guys, is peanut milk a thing? This is something I've never seen. Peanut milk. Or is that what you're talking about, Elodie? Because I literally imagine, like, green peas. Not the peanut. Yeah, this is gonna be some strong garlic. Mmm. Yum. Thanks to Sammy's mom for growing it and sending it over. Okay, let's check out our prep list and see how we're doing now. I feel like we smashed that out. So the peanut milk, Elodie, is it quite strong in peanut flavor? Okay, kale, done. Mushrooms and garlic, done. Tomato, done. Eggplant, done. So rigatoni, we're about to boil it. Get a pan out for the pasta and also the chicken. I hope we can fit the chicken in this frying pan, cast iron. And then I think after the chicken is cooked, we'll deglaze the pan with a little bit of white wine and get all of the bits off of the bottom and then put that into our pasta sauce base. And that way we have all of our chicken flavor still, even though we're cooking it in separate pans. And I don't think I'm gonna cook all of this rigatoni. So 85 grams of dried pasta. That's what it says on the nutrition facts. So is that one serving? Your internet friend likes it. I'm just intrigued to try it because I really like peanut butter and like anything peanutty.
I think he said pea milk. Oh, okay. They make peanut milk? What?
Like we can probably make peanut milk in the blender? I don't know. Might have to look this up. How this fills this up. I really like this shape of the noodle for what we're making because I feel like all of the delicious mushroom bits are like gonna go inside of those and it's just gonna be amazing. Oh, what? Yeah, the hot chocolate with peanut milk. Be like a Reese's hot chocolate in like the most real way possible. Yum. Okay, let's season up our chicken. It's time. Just give it a feel. Yeah, I think it thawed out pretty nicely now. I'm glad we cut it up early. And then I'm also going to turn on the oven to, yeah, we can do 375 Fahrenheit. get that preheating. Just want to see if I can find maybe a little bit of a different salt to put on this chicken. I don't think the lemon dill one will be very good. Oh, actually, I know what we're gonna do. Because Sam filled the pepper mill with smoked peppercorns. So we'll do smoked peppercorns and salt. And because we're cooking the legs with the bone in and the skin on, we really want to get a good layer of salt on there.
We're cooking the chicken with the bone in.
Bone in.
Like, team bone in?
Team bone in. That's right, Sammy. That is right. That stream team. That looks good. And we can add a little bit of salt after we put it in the pan skin side down, just to touch it up. Nice mixed smoked peppercorns. Yum. Should be delicious. I really like pepper with chicken. I'll put quite a bit. Turn our chicken pan on. And I am going to use some chicken fat to fry the chicken. And then we'll also use a little bit of that to cook the mushrooms and make the sauce base for the pasta. Water is almost coming up to a boil. I think the last thing we have to do is just grate a little bit of Asiago cheese to put in. And then we are laughing. Yeah, chicken fat or cheese, exactly. Okay. Yum. Cheese mountain incoming. I'm gonna grate it nice and fine. That way we can use a little bit to garnish on top. Basically like a microplane. I love this sound when the water starts boiling with the lid on. Sounds like it's kind of like dancing on top. It's like pop, pop, like makes its own little beat. So the water is now boiling for our pasta. Usually takes around 9 minutes to cook dried pasta in water. But I usually don't set a timer and just kind of check it as it cooks. This is Asiago. Yeah, Cheese Mountain. So it's like not as salty or as funky as Parm. It's like a little bit more creamy kind of version. And it's one of my favorite cheeses to use. Okay, ready? Yum. And it's also a little bit less expensive than Parmesan as well. If you guys are trying to budget a little bit in the food department. Yeah. Ready? Boop. Oh no. Okay, let's go over to the stove and start cooking some stuff. We're there, guys. We are there. Chicken pan is heating up. Let's pour some of this chicken fat in. I think she's ready. Look at that sizzle. So skin side down, very important, guys. Just gonna spread that out a little bit. Yeah, she's smoking. Yeah, right after this goes in the oven. So you should be able to fit 2 breasts and 2 legs in a pan. Keyword should, depending on the size of your chicken, obviously. How do I want to do this? You might have to finagle a little bit. I usually don't love picking it up once it's already in the pan. But sometimes you have to. There we go. It looks like we need just a little bit more fat. Just a touch more. Okay, our oven is nice and hot as well, so that's perfect. So I'm just gonna go right into the oven with these. And then as they cook, they are going to shrink, so we will get a little bit more room in the pan. Yum, that actually smells so good. There's that. Now, onto our burner, our pasta pan. And on that note, we're gonna drop our dried pasta in the water. Don't really need the lid anymore, guys. So you can put that aside. And then we're just gonna give that a stir so it doesn't stick together. Okay, so like I said, a little bit more chicken fat for our mushrooms and pasta base. Just taking note of everything that's going on here. I love when you can hear the chicken sizzling in the oven still. It's just happy sounds, really. Very happy sounds. And we basically want to get this smoking again as well. We'll put the mushrooms and the garlic in. And then I think we'll take that out. Holy cookie! As I'm just like cooking and not paying attention at all. Thank you so much, Cookie. Oh my gosh. 13 gifted subs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, we are building this community up. Sammy. Thank you for the gifted subs, guys. Yeah, so many names. Love it. It's like, I know those people. Thank you, Cookie. Hazel Dreams, how's it going? Oh, Guy Fieri. Okay, we are smoking. Mushies in. White chanterelles picked up the road. Still pretty crazy to me that I am cooking this right now. Because usually you never see this unless you're like working in a restaurant. I knew there was a reason I moved out here. Give our pasta a little stir. We'll wait a couple minutes before we put the garlic in. Yeah, where's Kit? Where are they, Vune? This sizzle, these sizzles are quite good today, Indog. Hazel, what are you having for din? Mine sounds better, what? Gonna give this a little stir now. So notice how I didn't salt them right away either. And we can kind of see how the moisture is being pulled out of this. So the sizzles have kind of subsided a little bit. It's gonna get a little bit wet in the pan. Now that the moisture is already coming out, now we can add our salt. And then we can also add our sliced garlic. You can also add herbs at this point if you want. Get fancy with it. So I have not touched the heat at all. But you can see how the moisture comes out of the mushrooms and kind of cools off the pan almost. So now we can crank that back up. Start evaporating. Or reducing the liquid in the pan, and then we'll get an even stronger mushroom flavor. So good. Dat umami, exactly, con carne. There is nothing wrong with slow cooked chicken and wing sauce. Sounds so good. Right, Elodie? Like, these mushrooms totally resemble chicken to me. Let's give it a little taste on our rigatoni. I'm just gonna give it a pinch. Still feels pretty firm, so I'm gonna let that go. Chicken is slowly cooking in the oven, which is awesome, so you don't have to really pay attention to it. Pan roasted chicken like this usually takes about like 10-15 minutes. Okay, so now I'm starting to smell way more garlic, and you can see how the moisture has pretty much evaporated, and now we're frying the mushrooms again in the fat. You only had popcorn for dinner? Yeah. Oh, well. But you made enchiladas? Yum. That was like one of my favorite meals when I was young. I loved those. There are giveaways. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do a giveaway this month, But we will be doing one when we start doing our charity stream next month for St. Jude. So see how our mushrooms are starting to get nice and golden brown? That's called the Maillard effect. That's a French term, which basically means that like the sugars and the proteins in the mushroom are starting to caramelize, and that's why they turn brown. And it basically happens like all the time when you cook meat. Like you want to get that going. Cookie, it's gonna be all month long. Yeah, we're gonna do the whole month for St. Jude and see how much we can raise. I am really, really excited for it, to be honest. It's like if there's one amazing thing that can come out from streamers, it's raising money for other people to benefit from. Okay, I am really loving where these are right now. I'm just gonna taste a really small piece. Okay, I'm gonna take those out, fry up the eggplant a little bit, and then we're almost there. Whew, I almost choked. It was really hot.
Giving away this shirt? Giving away this shirt?
Sammy's showing off the swag. That's gonna be in the swag bags.
Some TwitchCon bottles. It'll come in a TwitchCon bag.
Okay. Once again, a little bit of that.
Little baggie. You get one of those.
I want to spread these all out so you get them all kind of browning on the one side together. And we'll give that a little shake. Even it out. It's crazy how much fat eggplant needs to cook.
Man, those smell good.
One more test on our rigatone.
Mushrooms. So good.
Perfect al dente. A little bit of bite still. Definitely don't want mushy pasta. Strain that out. Careful to not burn yourself with the steam. Okay, we're almost there, guys. Steam, yeah. So when's the delivery? Do we need more fat still? Just a touch. Eggplant is like a sponge, guys. It's pretty crazy. But I think I'm gonna like switch things up a little bit right now. And I'm gonna add the tomatoes at this point. Trying to see what happens. Let that kind of cook down together, I guess. We already got the garlic flavor in the pan from when we cooked the mushrooms. bit more salt. Should we peek on our chicken or what? You guys are just losing all your bones, hey? Steam, how was your day today? Chicken looks like it's cooking really slowly, but also like very nicely. I'm just gonna get it back on the burner, get it going again. I'm gonna crank up this oven temp. Going to like 450. Give this a little stir because it looks like our tomato juices are reducing. Holy. Yeah, we're gonna get a little bit more color and then flip it. And then get a little bit more color on the other side. And then we'll put that back in to finish. So we're almost there. Yeah, the shrooms that Tig found. Oh, man. Stay hydrated, my friends. Okay, let's put the kale in with this. Want that to cook down to basically nothing. And so did you guys notice how I've been adding salt basically as I'm cooking all of the different items for the pasta? It's really important that you season all of your components of your dish, not just at the end. I feel like it does make a difference when it comes to the flavor at the end. Give this a little peek. Oh yeah. I feel like this chicken is gonna be really frickin' juicy. Almost there. I'm also making some extras, guys, so we can have some lunch tomorrow for Sammy and I at work. So I turned that off for now. I'm gonna add the mushrooms back in as soon as this chicken goes in the oven. So I'm gonna flip this piece. Yeah, that is what you want. That color on the skin. Stay here, pan. The last piece. Oh, that little piece of skin shrunk so much. It's a little bit funny looking, isn't it? Sunday stream. Hi, Frosty. Okay, so Sunday. Do we want to do dinner? Probably. The pork hock? Yeah. So Sunday I'll probably start around 2 p.m. PST. 2 p.m. PST. Yeah, give me 1 sec, Frosty. 1 second, I'll answer your question about sustainable cooking. Just wanted to get all this goodness mixed together. Okay, now she's going back in the oven. And then I'm gonna estimate maybe only 5 more minutes for this. 5 more minutes. And yes, we did make quite a nice mess on the stovetop today. Pan frying chicken.
Cleaning it before stream.
Thanks, Sammy.
That's right.
Con carne, does it increase the sodium content of the dish overall? I would say, but like as a human, you do need salt to survive. And it's pretty shocking how much salt you do need to properly season a dish. Because I would say that probably, let's guesstimate, like 80% of home cooks are not using enough salt and their food doesn't taste as good as it can. All right, Frosty, let's answer your sustainable cooking question. So yes, I live on Vancouver Island in Canada. This is the most mild climate in Canada, I would say. So we have a pretty long growing season where we can basically grow stuff year round. Where I grew up somewhere that had winter for pretty much 7 months of the year. So the growing season was very, very short, like a couple months in the summer, that's it. So out here we have 3 really big garden boxes that are self-watering, so they collect the rainwater and draw from that. The garden boxes are always full, so with our meal today, I picked the kale out of the garden, the eggplant out of the garden. The mushrooms that we're using were picked just up the road at our friend's house, so those were foraged wild. What else? I go fishing for fish if we need it. The shrimp that we're cooking on stream tomorrow was caught by our friend. He's pretty big into fishing. You grew up in Alaska. Yeah, you totally know that. So I grew up in Alberta. Quite large winters there. So yeah, that is how we cook sustainably. So I try to source basically everything as local as possible, and I try to keep my food seasonal, so you'll kind of see as the year goes on. The ingredients I use will change a bit. So like in the winter time, not as many tomatoes or fruit or anything like that. So more like cabbagey type things, stuff that grows in the winter. Thank you for the follow as well. Yes.
Fiona and I have a gaming date this weekend on Saturday and Sunday.
Okay. Sammy's asking permission to play games with Vune. Okay, I'm gonna taste our veggies, see what I think they need. Hopefully not too much. That is really good with just the garlic. I like how the tomatoes kind of cook down a little bit. Same with the eggplant. It's a little bit softer. I'm gonna go quickly grab the basil for garnish outside. You know what, Vune? Yeah, politely informing me of the fact. I'm with you, Frosty. Yeah, TwitchCon, a bit overwhelming. We just got back as well. But it was a good time. Indeed. It was a great experience. Oh, the rain has started. And it's pouring rain. And the basil's turning yellow. I want to make a big batch of pesto before we went away. But I guess now we get yellow pesto. Oh no, the light went out. Looking in the darkness. Hopefully the bear's not here. Whew, we're good. What? Whoa, that's crazy. You went to the food and drink meetup? What? We totally saw each other and didn't even know then. I don't know if you remember me, but I don't know what you look like. Think so? Okay, let's check our chiggy chicks. Best way to check if your meat is perfectly cooked is with a thermometer. So I'm aiming to take these out of the pan around the like 150 Fahrenheit mark internally. So you want to temp the fattest part of the breast. This is telling me 140, and then I'm gonna say the leg is just a little bit less because it has the bone in still. Yeah, so it's at 130. So we're really, really close, guys. And then we'll take the chicken out, let it rest for a few minutes while we finish off our pasta sauce, because we're gonna deglaze this pan after the chicken's out of it. So 5 more minutes and then we're there. I'm gonna try and wipe up this stovetop a little bit, get some of that grease off. The stalker dude in the corner, what? You have the same thermometer in pink? What? I didn't even know it existed in pink. Are you a chef, Frosty? Stovetop destruction. And tonight on stream, Kate's gonna show you how to make a mess.
I think these are the best things that came out of Twitch. Look at these sunglasses.
Yeah, the Twitch glitch glasses. Let's see them on you, Sammy. They look good on you too. It's true. You're a cook, you never ran a kitchen. But you understand though.
You get it.
Yeah, you get it. I just left working in restaurants in the middle of July. And this has been like the greatest thing I've done in a while. But before that, I was a chef for almost 9 years in restaurants. A lot of good life skills, I will say that. You learn a lot of great things for the rest of your life. You can't do anything with those.
Can I eat one?
You can eat one, there's extra. Crazy salmon.
Not the same.
gonna get a metal rack out to put the chicken on when it comes out. Prop it up so it doesn't steam itself. Two minutes on the clock. You worked at Five Guys for 2 years? Of course that counts. You know the dealio. Still working in a kitchen. Okay, putting a large handful of cheese into here. Getting it ready. I'm also gonna put our noodles in at this point. The noodlers. Oh no, Sammy posting clips of me. That can't be good. Got a pretty good scab on my knee from that situation. Oh, for sure, Elodie. For sure. Yeah, don't ever do that to yourself. Unless you like really live for stressful situations. But it's like, that stuff will scar you for life. Have a great night, Frosty. Thank you for the follow. Glad you found us. But like I said, Elodie, like it is a very good experience to have. Being a professional chef is you do learn like a lot of good life skills, like organization and teamwork, all of that stuff. That's the sound that we're waiting for. Okay, Chimkin. Time for you to come out. Oh yeah, that looks perfect. So, oven off. Cutting board. Yum. Crispy skins. That looks really good. This pan is really hot, guys. I can barely hold on to it with this cloth even. It's burning through it. So that's gonna chill there while we finish up our sauce. So you can see, I'm gonna double up these cloths. The oven was at 450 though, so this does make sense. Like, look at all of these juices in the pan. That is gonna sauce up our pasta. So let's just turn our little saucepan back onto medium heat just to get it a little bit warm. I'm also gonna turn on the chicken pan. I'm gonna add a little bit of white wine to this. White wine, chicken, mushrooms, and cheese. That's a very happy combination. Gonna add our noodles into here. Oh, and all over the stovetop. Boop. Rigatoni. I have not had this type of pasta in a really long time. Making sure it's not too stuck together. Sammy, this is Sammy's words out of his mouth. It smells so folly out there. Can you please describe fall-y?
It smells like me going hunting in the morning at 5 o'clock.
Ah.
Like the smell of the rain and the dirt and the rotting leaves and all that. It just smells like musty. That's hunting season.
Yeah.
It's time to kill us some animals.
Con Carne says they know what you mean.
Thank you. Thank you, Con Carne. That was folly.
Yeah.
Like all downy.
Fall Downy.
Yeah, all down.
Fall Downy. Okay, let's start tossing this around. Toss it around.
Just throw it all over the place.
Melt that cheese. Get these veggies mixed in, because right now, this is a mighty fine looking primavera. Which literally means just pasta with vegetables. It's just very fancy.
Do anything yet? Do anything yet? Salt, pepper. Butter. That's all you need. Yep.
See how this is reducing? Okay, I'm gonna add that right now. It's like a little bit sweet, a little bit tart from the wine. Definitely get a really nice chicken flavor. That color, you guys, like that golden.
The smell in here right now is insane.
I think I want to tear a couple pieces of basil into here and then leave a couple for garnish. But we want to tear the basil in right at the end so that it stays nice and fresh and green. You get that strong basil flavor because when you cook it, it gets a little bit like diluted in flavor. Gets muddled. I'll give this one more stir. Give it a taste. And then I still have the lemon sitting beside me if I feel like it needs a bit more acidity, because we did put quite a bit of cheese in there. But let's make sure everything is really nice and covered, because the noodles should definitely not stick together at all after this. This is like kind of a one-pan wonder, but not really. Very scant amount of salt, and then just a little bit of lemon to brighten it up. Yum, you guys. I wish you could taste this. I really do. Okay, we're coming over. There's never enough cheese, and luckily in Dog, we saved some from Cheese Mountain. Okay, so we got our chicken. That's nicely rested. That only took a couple of minutes to finish that off. I'm gonna slice up the breast. Oh, I didn't know there was like chicken juices right in the front here. Whew, that was close. I'll bring the pasta up here beside me. It does mean spring pasta, really. We are totally in the wrong season right now. But thanks for letting me know, Con Carne. I didn't know it meant spring pasta. Primavera means spring pasta. Well, look at us. We're making a fall pasta. Yeah, this is something else. Really. I think the rigatoni noodle was a good choice. Pretty sure Sam's gonna go for a leg. I think I'm just gonna do this. Time for the slice. I'm gonna do this. Kind of go on an angle. I'm gonna taste this first piece. You know what, guys? It's a bit dry. I will say that. I think the legs are gonna be way better than the breast. This could also be because it was slightly frozen still.
I'll eat the rest with you today then. We'll have the legs tomorrow. Makes sense. Don't want to eat it up again then.
It could have just been the end piece too, though.
It's fine. I'll eat the rest with you today.
Voice always used to be there. Now it's gone. I can't think of his face.
Not the most juicy chicken I've ever made, but it's really nicely seasoned still. And one thing I will always be with you guys is honest. I'm not gonna say something is perfect when it's not. I mean, we're all human and we all are not perfect. And we know with cooking that there are always things that are gonna be out of our control and things are always gonna be different. Exactly, con carne. Okay, we'll slice up this other one for Sam. I think we still have the wishbone in here. This one's nicer. It's more plump. But it's still got that kind of like stringy chicken texture. Maybe I should have let it rest out when we pulled it out at 140. Maybe we shouldn't have put it back in for the 5 minutes. But these are only things that we can learn. Sure. Oh, dry brine. I like that. Okay, I'm gonna plate up the pasta. Get a nice mix of the noodles with the mushrooms, kale, and tomatoes.
Which one are you plating with?
It doesn't really matter. I'll probably take that one. Sam's like, yeah, it's dry.
It's a little dry.
It's only a little dry, though. Yum.
Nudes.
Yeah, noodle overboard. Did it actually fall? Where'd it go? Or did I get it?
I don't know.
Oh no. There's a noodler overboard. Get a nice little fan out. Oh gosh.
There was a noodle overboard.
He stepped on it. Yeah, it's on the floor. We found it. dropped it in my plate.
Oh. That's
Okay.
my chin.
I'm gonna try and pick this up and put it back into the pasta pan. Thank you.
Hmm?
I said thank you.
For what?
Oh, that was yours, not mine.
That was mine.
He's like, what are you thanking me for? This is what we're working with. Maybe we'll go this way.
That's tasty.
Nice crispy chicken. And you know, we could never go wrong with a little bit more cheese.
Mm-hmm. 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 And when you get one with mushroom.
Yeah. Couple little basil leaves. Sammy says yas. Yeah, a lot more cheese. I'll probably put that on after. I just want to take a photo before I do that so we can actually see what is in the bowl. But that's how I would present it. Very, very simple. I think that's the thing with Italian food and pasta is don't complicate it too much. Elodie, I just saw that you joined our Discord. Welcome in. Feel free to take a gander through all of those different sections and channels.
What we do is pretty fun for work too.
Yeah, cheesy hype. Okay, quick photo. Ka-ching. One more. We're going all the way up. Yep, should have gotten it. She looks good, guys. So now, we get to taste it. The moment we have been waiting for. And that took less than 2 hours. I started at 6:15. Yeah, chef kisses. Mwah. It's perfecto. It's true, it's not. We already know the chicken's a touch dry. But when you eat the chicken with the pasta, it's not as dry. It could be better and it could be worse.
I'm really loving these chanterelles.
Just had a big basil leaf. I'm going in for some eggplant, guys. Really juicy. If you had more chanterelles in the pasta, would you even need the chicken? Probably not. Yeah, they're so meaty. Holy. It couldn't have been too bad if Sammy's plate is clean.
You know my plate's always clean though.
He's like, nah, I was just hungry.
Even when you made that Ina Garden turkey meatloaf. Never again. Blah.
It's super good still. Sammy wants to open something with you guys. Something that we picked up at TwitchCon.
So, we have a pin pack. It's got one pin in it.
Volume 1. What are the other volumes gonna be?
There's only next TwitchCon. Will be
Oh,
volume
I didn't know this was a thing.
2. It could be one of these 6 things, or it could be a golden one of these of 6 things. Yeah, I bought 5 packs.
Yeah, Sam bought like 5 of these.
Okay. So I've already gotten a doggo. Hi. Doggo. Still dying a little bit.
Sammy's dying.
And then I got this guy.
Blarg. That's what we call that one.
So, what do you think is going to be in this?
Yeah, the corgi. So dramatic. Very fitting.
If somebody guesses what's in this, and they're not a sub already, I will gift them said sub.
Mmm. What pin is it? What pin is it, guys? What's your guess?
Chef dog. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what's in it. Oh, landed face down. Right.
I didn't even see what that was.
I don't know.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1.
Chef Doggo!
What? Are you serious? Elodie. Good guess.
Gator pick. We'll get it.
What?
know.
Gator Pig didn't guess.
Yeah, but it's same as pasta.
It's copy pasta.
Oh.
What?
It's copy pasta.
It is so cute. It's kind of like our doggo.
Yeah.
So she doesn't have, well, I guess she does have a whitish face. That's like really good quality looking
That's
though.
a good pin. So we got 2 more for another
Yeah,
day.
there's still 2 more to open. And these are going to be going into swag bags. Yeah, we've done good so far with 3 different pins.
I'm pretty good at picking pins, I guess.
Cheese. There was a cheese one?
There's noodle, nom, and the kapow.
Yeah, I like how all of the pins are like or almost all of them are food related. Like half of them maybe?
Apron, I think.
Yeah, what should we pin it on?
We also got this sick Stream Elements badge.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We got Tabatai cooking.
Yeah, a wild Tabatai cooking pin. Okay guys, who are we gonna go raid? What are we feeling?
I got that for holding the pan.
Oh yeah, Sammy's PUBG pin. He got on that leaderboard. Hitch is in LA.
Let's do Hitch.
Okay, we're gonna go raid Hitch, guys.
That or hair seller. Say hi.
Oh, Tig!
Tig!
Tig! The shrooms are
Shrooms are
so
so
yummy. I'm gonna go mow this pasta right after this, but I know you would be proud. Our mushroom man did good. What about Leah? Leah loves lunch? I might be bad viewing and not have her followed, so let's go do it. Yeah, I love this time of year. This is like our first year that we've had this mushroom madness. Yeah, a couple still with pine needles on them.
And then
Okay, don't do it, Fune. She's offline.
we got puffballs too.
Yeah, Tig, you ever had puffballs? I don't know why that's doing that. Super good. You've never? They're like mushroom perfume. They're so floral. Okay, not Graham. Friendly Riley is streaming from Korea. Let's do it.
See? Another bag full of mushrooms.
Okay, let's do that, Cookie. Friendly Riley. What do they stream, if you don't mind me asking? I just like to know a little bit ahead of time. Cooking. Okay, perfect. Let's go raid somebody new.
Yeah.
Friendly Riley. Okay, my wonderful people. Thanks for sticking by me on this stream. I know I probably wasn't super lively, still getting over a cold, but we are getting better, and that's the most important thing, and we always have to eat, so we have to stream. And we will be back tomorrow streaming again after work. We got shrimps.
Yeah.
Wild caught shrimps from Zach the Man. So I'm gonna do them up in the shell with chili garlic. I'm gonna make a coconut rice with them, roast some carrots, and put a little bit of Mizuna greens with that. Should be another pretty easy meal to make. Hopefully inspire some of you. Cookie, thank you so much for all the gifted subs today. Sammy, Omdog the Chef, gifting the sub to Dust Pirate. We had an 18-month resub. We had a 12-month resub. Things are great, guys. It's good to be back in Canada and can't wait to continue this week with you all. So have a wonderful night wherever you are, and we will be back tomorrow. Good night, guys. Love you guys.
I could be Wilson.
Yeah, Sam is Wilson on the
Howdy ho,
fence.
neighbor. Howdy ho.
Okay. Bye, guys.